feeling like the fifth wheel. So Leo signs, we got the Three of Wands and the Knight of Cups with the King of Cups. This is feeling like a bystander, feeling like a sidekick, not the main character in the story, in your story. That's the Three of Wands. But the Knight of Cups is like you've been trying. You've been trying to sweet talk people. You've been trying to be charismatic. But I feel like you guys haven't been meeting with much success because you still feel like you're a second-class citizen. Like you're just not as good as everybody else, or you're just not on center stage, which is, you guys like to be center stage because that's kind of the Leo thing. On the bottom we have the Lovers, so this could be because of a relationship or the way a relationship, a romantic relationship or a partnership has made you feel like you're a bystander, like you're just another one of many, or just not the direct center of attention of some other person. And I do say other person because the Lovers is that other person. Let's pull some oracle cards and find out more. Tell me more about Leo. Okay, so now we have an explanation as to why you guys are feeling like a bystander. It's because this other person could just be a pattern of people. It doesn't have to be a single person, but this person or people, they're not really, how do I say this, motivated to call you, to be the one to reach out. So Taurus with the Knight here is being very slow to be the one to call you, reach out, make the plans, to be slow, to be the one approaching the other person. So maybe you're feeling like you're always like the person to have to call the other person, or you're always the person who has to reach out, make the plans. But that is tied to the reason why you guys feel like you're not the center of attention. And this could also have been one particular event that happened, because now we have Libra here too. So it's almost like one specific thing happened, and maybe it's a pattern, it's repeated, but one specific thing happened where somebody kind of let you down, almost like ghosted you or made you wait, because they just didn't seem that interested in making things happen. And that event is part of the contributing factor to your feelings about them. Let's pull some advice and see what you guys should be doing about this, or how, we can make this better. Any advice for Leo? Alright, so for advice we have the Queen of Cups and the Five of Swords reversed. This is a little bit kind of like saying you're doing it to yourself. Saying that by kind of creating the situation where you're almost like evaluating your own success based on somebody else's response to you, is a losing, it's almost like a self-defeating strategy. So Five of Swords reverse is a self-defeating strategy, and we're talking about the Queen of Cups, where we're pining for somebody, we're waiting for somebody to give us attention so that we can feel cool, we can feel good, we can feel like we're on top of our game, we can feel like we have the things that society has told us that make us successful. So the Emperor and the Four of Wands is like saying relationships make us feel successful, and that might be part of the root of the bad strategy. Because if relationships make you feel successful and you need somebody else to constantly be focusing on you so that you're center stage, so that you don't feel like a bystander, well, the problem is you, right? The problem is you at that point. And this is almost saying that, not this is a little tough love here, not to be a dick, but this is saying the problem is you, and it's your own bad strategy, and the way you set this up for yourself is just self-defeating. Let's pull oracle cards, see if we can get anything else. Okay, so now for advice, we have the King coming out with the Cave. This is saying success, the King, actually comes from knowing yourself. The Cave, like looking deep into the dark places of your own being, that's the Cave, and knowing who you are. And at that point, that's where true success and confidence, right? Because this is kind of harkening back to your own confidence. If you're only feeling confident when someone else puts you on center stage, when you're always the center of attention from these other specific people, then you're never going to feel actually confident. Now with the Wall coming out, this is saying you don't need to be in a romantic relationship to feel successful. This is saying you can be literally by yourself, behind a wall. And as long as you understand who you are, you can be successful alone. This whole idea of your relationships making you feel successful and needing that to feel good, that is kind of like what the advice here is saying not to do. It's saying take your time to be independent, to be by yourself for a while, because, or maybe even if you're in a relationship, you can take time to do your own thing, right? Because that's where real security comes from. Confidence and security comes from knowing yourself. All right, Leo signs, that's going to be a reading. Thank you guys for being here. If you want to see more of these videos, don't forget to follow the channel. See you next time.